I'm about to put my final adjustment on this photo. I'm about to crop off all the extra white and areas around that are unneeded. I'm just going to press enter and I have my crop. So now I have my original and my corrected. I've done quite a few other things to this photo to get it to look quite a bit more contrasting, and obviously there was a color issue there. So let me walk you through a few of the things that I did. I went to image adjustments. I messed first with the levels. Again, you go to each one, pull in the triangles to the edge of the histogram, like so. And I've already done this, so there won't be much for me to do here. And you could pull this in if you feel like it looks good. For mine, it seems to take out a little bit too much. And check your preview to see if that looks better. Just kind of brightens the image a little bit. Other things I did was I messed with the curves to try to get that color correct. Messed with especially the green one, since my original image was very green. And I also played around the brightness and contrast to try to get it just to be a little bit more bright. And on this one, don't pull it up more than, say, 30, and don't pull it down more than 30, because it might make your image look just a little bit too strange. Once you've finished your corrected layer, you need to make 6 copies of that corrected layer. And I'm going to hold down Alt and drag that layer up 6 times. Okay, so that's enough. And we'll go through each one of these individually. The first one you're going to do is your black and white layer. And to save room in our layers, we're not going to use this adjustment panel. This one works just as well, but if I click on this, you can see that it adds a layer here. And that's just fine, but what I want is to keep my layers short and sweet. So what I'm going to do instead is first make sure I can see my black and white layer. And I'm going to go to Image, Adjustments, and you guessed it, black and white. All of these things in this pop-up are just telling you what colors you actually have in your image. It's going to make it black and white. You can play around with these if you want to. They will brighten the image or darken the image accordingly. But you don't need to. You can just click OK. The next one is going to be your sepia layer. And this photo is actually already quite a sepia tone, but if yours is not, you can go to Adjustments and then Photo Filter. And if you go here in this drop-down menu, you can find several colors. Sometimes one of the warming filters works well, but there is also a sepia filter that will make your photo a bit of a darker tone than those warming filters. And if you click off and on, you can see what you've done. On mine, it doesn't change it too much, like I said, because mine is already sepia.